So we're going to do an Ashtanga practice. We'll do a little bit, adding some other little bits to our practice. So yeah, it's a modified Ashtanga practice. So just be ready for that. So standing tall in mountain posture, feet together, and that midline you're drawing all the way up, engaging through your root lock, perineum squeeze, pelvic floor engagement, same time deep abdominal engagement, Uddiyana Bandha. So root lock, Mula Bandha, abdominal lock, Uddiyana Bandha. So nice embrace through your center throughout the practice. Hands come up to prayer, take some breath here. So Ujjayi breath is the focus of the practice is on the breath. Pranayama. So the mouth is closed, so you breathe through the nose, and the breath is sounded in the back of the throat. Neck is long. And you feel that breath wide and deep into your rib cage. So it's a lateral thoracic breath. So starting at the front of your mat, Surya Namaskara A, sweep the arms up, inhale, and then fold it down, exhale, softening knees where you need. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hands, step back. From here you can take your knees down or not as you lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana, and then in breath to your up dog, first back bend. And then into down. So, set yourself up with those hands shoulder distance apart and your feet hip distance apart. Downward facing dog, softening knees where you need, and maybe pedaling the heels up and down and pushing the floor away. Draw the abdominals deep. Stretch that mat sideways to open your shoulders. Lengthening out and just feeling your way into your body in the start of the practice. And then look up and bring your feet back to your hands. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold again. And then inhale, sweep the hands up. And then return the hands to your sides or into prayer. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, you're folding, tucking your head in. Inhale, lift your chest, flatten your hands, stepping or jumping back. High plank, down to low, elbows to ribs. In breath to up dog. Send the breastbone forwards, shoulders back, tuck the toes. And into down. So Mula Bandha is on, Uddiyana Bandha is on. Sending the hips away from the hands and the shoulders away from the ears. So pressing out to the outside with your mat and drawing those shoulders away. Also lengthening through your spine. So constantly working, constantly finding an edge, constantly moving, gentle little adjustments there. Breath guiding you. Look up, bring those feet back to your hands, step or jump. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, reach those arms up again. And then return to Tadasana. Inhale, reach it up. Big stretch, and then fold. Draw the abdominals in as you fold. Take the hands either side of your feet, tuck your head. Inhale, lift your chest. Flatten your hands, stepping or jumping back. High plank position. Now to low plank, knees down where you need. Transition to up dog. Lift the chair. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the toes to down. So you're checking those feet are hip distance, aligned with the side of the mat. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. And as you work your way up your arms, you send those shoulders away from your ears. So you're broad across that upper back. You're long through your spine. You're drawing deep in through Uddiyana Bandha, your abdominal lock. Mula Bandha, squeeze, root lock. And focus on that breath, sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And deep and wide into your ribs. Look up. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to fold. And then inhale, reach those arms up. And then return to Tadasana, mountain posture. We'll do one more round, Surya Namaskara A, take it up. And exhale, fold. Hands down by your side. Inhale, lift the chest. Extend the spine, flatten the hands, stepping or jumping back. Body's like a plank as you lower down, looking forwards, thighs are on, transition to your up dog. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, tuck the toes, hips high, belly drawn in, downward dog. So keep finding that edge. Little kind of swaying movements there in the hips. Finding that edge, opening up further through the back of the knees. If it's too much with the legs straight, then obviously bend the knees. You're trying to work those heels down. If they're already there, then maybe shuffle them further back. And then push the floor away to open up through the shoulders. Look up and bring the feet back up. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale to fold. And then inhale, reach the arms up. And then return to Tadasana, mountain posture. Surya Namaskara B now, bend the knees, sweep the hands up. Draw the abdominals in, reach up. Now fold down again, Uttanasana. Forward bend, tuck the head. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hands, step or jump. Look forwards, come down, Chaturanga. Exhale, elbows to ribs, transition to your up dog. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, tuck the toes to down. Pivot your left foot, step your right foot long between your hands. If you can, reach your arms up. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Come back down. High plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, tuck the toes to down. Lift the hips high. Pivot the right foot, send the left low. Come up, square the hips, square the shoulders. Follow the thumbs, inhale, warrior 1, come back down. Exhale, Chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Lift the chest, hips forwards, and into down. So, starting to move maybe with a little bit greater ease. Connective tissues opening up. Building some heat. Breath and movement combined. So the whole thing is trying to get into this vinyasa, this flow of breath and movement. And at the end of an exhalation, look up, stepping or jumping your feet to your hands and lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, you are folding. Bend those knees, reach up to fierce warrior. Inhaling and return mountain posture, Tadasana. Bend the knees, sweep the hands up, inhale. Exhale, fold, tuck the head. Then lift the chest, flatten the hands, step or jump. Coming down, Chaturanga, exhale, inhale, up dog. Lift the chest, look up, look back, tuck the toes to down. Pivot your left foot, step your right, nice and long. Reach it up, bend the front knee. Draw the arms back, Virabhadrasana 1, come back down. Chaturanga, elbows to ribs, hovering off the floor into up dog, back bend, into down dog, exhale, hips high. Pivot the right foot, step the left, sweep the arms up, follow the thumbs, come back down, gazes forwards as you go down to low plank, transition to your upward facing dog, and then through to downward facing dog. Uddiyana Bandha strong. They're there to protect the spine and to build heat, and we're working on that strength aspect of your practice, to these muscle contractions throughout. Keep trying to get deeper, opening those shoulders, starting to feel that work, that heat building. Look up, bring your feet back to your hands, step or jump. Inhale, look up, and exhale to fold. Bend your knees, reach it up, fierce warrior, and return to Tadasana, mountain posture. And again, sweep the hands up, inhale, reach it up, and exhale, fold. Tuck the head, look up, inhale. So flatten hands, step or jump. Come down, Chaturanga, exhale, inhale, up dog. Lift the chest, and into down. This time, as we step the right, let's keep the left heel up. Take the right hand up, and open up. Breath all the way. Bring the right hand down, inside of the right foot, pivot the left foot. Take the left hand up. Bring both hands back down. Reach the right leg up. And from here, either place it back to the floor and do Chaturanga, or sweep through into your up dog. And then through to down. Hips high, send the left foot forwards. Keep the right heel up. Take the left hand up. Rotate. Breathe. Bring the left hand down, inside of left foot, pivot the right foot. Take the right hand up. Breathe. Come back. Lifting the left leg up, and then transition through to your up dog, and then into down. And then settle into your down dog. So finding that position, keeping the hips high, drawing the belly in. Breathe. Push the floor away. Lengthen out through the entire back of the body, opening up through the back of the knees where you can, and at the same time rolling the shoulders from the ears. Look up, bring those feet back to your hands, step or jump, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reach it up, fierce warrior, and then return mountain posture. Okay, we're going to start our primary series practice, or our standing sequence to start with. Step or jump, your feet hip distance apart. Take your hands to your hips. Push the hips forward for a gentle back bend. Head can go back or stay tucked. And then from here, fold it down. And reach the first two fingers round your big toes. Look up, inhale. And then exhale, fold. As you fold, shake the head and release any tension through the neck. Pull on your toes as you press on top of your fingers. Flex through your elbows. Obviously softening the knees where you need. Keep your belly strong. Bandhas on. Now look up. Chest lifting halfway. Take the hands underneath the feet in that position. And then exhale and press down on top of the hands. So you're trying to get your wrists and your toes to meet. You're trying to straighten up as much as you can through the legs, so opening up the back of the knees. You're feeling that deeper stretch, sit bones lifting high. And you're releasing those wrists from Surya Namaskara. Breath deep and wide into ribs, bandhas, look up, inhale. Hands to hips, exhale. Inhale to come up, stepping or jumping, feet back together, mountain posture. Inhale, step the right foot out, tuck the left, turn the right. Arms outstretched, reach the right arm long. Take it down your leg or your foot or to your big toe. And then open up into that wingspan without sticking your hips out to the back. Gaze up to your outstretched hand, if that feels okay. Otherwise, just wherever feels okay. Trying to keep the neck aligned with the spine. Breath. Come up, arms outstretched. Tuck your right foot, turn your left. Reach long with this left arm as you track it down your leg, your foot, your big toe, whichever, and open up. On the right side, breathing. So try not to let the hips stick out. Rib cage open, shoulders open, eyes on, wingspan reaching. Breath all the way, come up. Keep the arms outstretched. Step the right foot out, tuck the left foot in, so you've got a line running down between your feet. Sweep your left hand down to the outside of your right foot. If it doesn't want to make it to the foot and the floor, wrap it around your leg. Twist to the right and reach your right hand up. And rotate your triangle. So find that breath and then work on the edge of your level. Try to get as much range as you can in the body. Keep twisting, keep breathing, keep pressing, keep reaching. And on the in-breath, come up. Tuck the right foot, turn the left. Set yourself up. Line running down between the feet. Sweep the right hand down to the outside of the left leg, or foot, or floor. And then reach up with the left hand. And rotate. So the hips are strong and square. And then we are twisting through that middle spine. And reaching up. And into that rotated triangle. Breath leading you. Bandhas on. And then you're going to release. Stretch the arms out and return to the front of your mat. Tadasana. Inhale, step it out. Ready for your extended side angle posture. So legs a little bit longer. Turn the right foot, bend the right knee. Right hand down outside the right foot. Left hand up and over your ear. Send the edge of your back foot to the floor. Lift the ribs up. Gaze to your outstretched hand as you drive that left foot into the floor. Right knee directly above the ankle. Come up. Tuck your right foot now, arms outstretched. Turn the left. Take the left hand down outside the left foot, or rest it on your thigh, or wrap it around your leg. And reach your right arm up and over your ear. And keep lifting that arm up and sending the edge of your back foot into the floor. Gaze to your outstretched hand or look to the side. Keep lifting the ribs, drawing the hips up, breathing, and then come up. We're going to rotate this posture. So turn around, maybe lift your back heel up, sweep your left elbow round the outside of your right thigh, and then get your heel on the floor in the back foot and press your palms together and look up to your right hand. Fingertips facing forwards. Watch that your front knee's not getting pushed in. And continue that rotation. Lengthen the neck, driving the edge of the back foot into the floor. Come up, turn around. So right heel could come up to help you get that rotation, getting the right elbow around the outside of the left thigh. Bring the back heel down now. And then palm on palm. Space to breathe, lengthen the neck. Look to the left elbow, fingertips facing forwards. Push the edge of the back foot into the floor. Fingertips facing forwards. Check that front knee's not getting pushed in. Stay with your breath. And release. Arms outstretched, come back to the front of your mat. Standing in Tadasana. Inhale, step it out again. Toes in, heels out, arms outstretched. Hands to your hips. Engage your root lock and your abdominal lock as you inhale and then fold down. Take the hands to the floor, shoulder distance apart, and inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, fold, and maybe deepen that stance a little wider maybe. Shift the weight through the feet. So they were working towards the whole of the foot, toes, balls of the feet, edges, heels, not just resting on heels. Working the hands maybe further back. Sit bones lifting high and wide. Breathe. Getting deeper into your first wide leg stretch. Inhale, lift the chest. Hands to hips, exhale, inhale, come up, release the arms. Stretch them out, turn the palms around, interlace the fingers. Stretch those arms away. Pull the abdominals in and fold. So tuck the head in and breathe. Keep reaching the arms away. Tucking the head in. Now either stay in that position or take the weight, bending the right knee over to that side a little bit. Breathe in, keeping the hands as they are. Switch, and the other knee. And we're going to go back and forth, if that feels okay for you. If you don't like that, you're just staying as you are. Stay with your breath. Return to the center and slowly come up. And release. And then step back to the front of your mat. Standing in mountain posture, feet together. Take the hands up the back into inverted prayer now if you can. So working those pinkies up the spine, palms pressing. Okay. That's not happening for you. Take your fingertips to your elbows. Step your right foot out. And in a short posture, with the line running down between the feet, your back foot should be around at 45 degrees. Inhale, look up. Little back bend if you want. And then draw the belly and lift the chest and keep leading from the chest as you fold down over your front thigh. And breathe. Front thighs on, back thighs on, toes are spread. Breathe. Watch that you're not locking out through those legs. Keep them strong. Into the pelvis, nice and strong, root and abdominal lock. And then you're working that chin towards your shin. Inhale, come up, turn it round. Bandhas. Inhale, lift the chest, and then fold again. Breathe. Draw the chest down. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Stay with that ujjayi breath. Roll through the spine. Palms pressing where you can. And then inhale, coming up. Release those arms and return to the front of your mat. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of balancing now. So you're either going to be on the floor or on your mat or near the wall. And we're going to try something a little bit different to start with. So we're still going to raise the right knee up first. Okay. And then if you take your, let's start by just drawing that leg up into deep hip flexion. Okay. And then from here, just release your right hand and sweep it round. Okay. And see if you can follow that hand round. So there's your first challenge. Breathe. Come back and release down. So just setting yourself up. We'll do the same with the other side. Draw the knee up of the left leg. Standing leg strong. Keep the right hand on the leg and sweep the left hand behind. See if you can follow that hand. Breathe. And return. Okay, so this time, as we bring the foot up, can you take your left hand to the outside of that foot? Okay, the right foot, and press. And now the right hand reaches And now we try to follow that hand and breathe. Keep twisting, keep breathing. And release. Let's try the other side. Bring the left leg up. Take the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Try to press into your hand, straightening the leg. And try to reach your left hand behind. And see if you can follow that hand. Breathe. It's not happening. And release. Okay, well done. So from here, let's come to more familiar territory. Bring the right knee up again. And reach for the foot, the left hand to standing half-bound lotus. Draw the foot up towards the crease of your left hip. And open up. And take your right hand and wrap it behind. Bind with your left arm or further down to your foot. And breathe. Don't stress the knee, open the hips. Sounding the breath in the back of the throat. Deep and wide breaths into your ribs. And then release. Okay, so let's try the other side. Bring the left knee up. Take hold of the foot with the right hand and draw that heel up towards the crease of the right side of the hip. So standing half-bound lotus, don't stress the knees. Take the left hand up and round and back and see if you can bind with your right arm. Open up the hips, not stressing the knee. Standing leg strong, gaze down and forwards. Breathe. Bandhas, root and abdominal lock, as always. Ujjayi breath leading the way. And then release. And then come back to Tadasana. Front of the mat, either hands by your sides or hands in prayer. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, fold. Draw the belly in, tuck the head in. Inhale, lift the chest. Flatten the hands, stepping or jumping. Come down, chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, up dog. Lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the toes to down. From here, stepping or jumping, feet to your hands. Bend the knees. Reach it up to fierce warrior. So sink the tailbone down. Draw the abdominals deep. Stretch the arms up. Gaze where it feels good for you, either forwards or up. Stretch the arms up. Create that space between your ears and your shoulders. Sink the heels into the floor. Sink the tailbone down as you reach the hands up. And then inhale, stand up, and then exhale, fold. Tuck the head in. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hands, step or jump. Come down, chaturanga, exhale, elbows to ribs. Then breath up, dog. Lift the chest. And tuck the toes into down. Pivot this left foot, step the right foot, and come up to warrior one. And reach it up. So, hips square, shoulders square. Breathe. From here, with your hands, make a bit of a pistol. So, first index fingers together, thumbs together, and wrap the other hands, the other fingers round. Okay, and then lift the back foot up and stretch the back leg away. Pull the abdominals in. Breathe. Bandhas. Come back down into your warrior one. And twist round to left leg. And breathe. Back heel down. Hips square, shoulders back. Now, sweep those hands behind you and interlace your fingers. And now, shift the weight. Back toe on the floor if you need. If not, lift the leg up. Back leg up. Bandhas on. Stretch away with that back leg. Front leg, you can bend the knee or straighten it up. Come back. Back to Virabhadrasana 1. Now split the arms apart. Get the heels in line. Shuffle the feet a little bit longer maybe. Then into Virabhadrasana 2. Drop the shoulders down the back. And breathe. Stay with that breath. Straighten the front leg. Tuck the left foot, turn the right. And into Virabhadrasana 2. Right leg forward. So make sure the arms are the same height where you can. Breath all the way. Take an in-breath, sweep the hands down. And as you go back, exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale up dog. And exhale through to down. And then from here, stepping or jumping, feet to hands. Sit down on the floor. And bring your hands by your sides and sit in Dandasana. So sit tall, pull the abdominals in, lift the chest, and breathe. So stick posture here. Now fold it down and see if you can reach first two fingers for your big toes. If that's not happening yet, then just wrap your hands around your ankles and breathe. So breath deep and wide into ribs, sounding that breath in the back of your throat. Don't forget bandhas, root and abdominal lock. We're going to go deeper, lift the chest on the in-breath, and if you can, you take the hands over the feet. If not, you take them further down towards the feet. Maybe the big toes, and then you fold again. Listen to your body. Work with the heat that you've built so far in the standing sequence. Inhale, lift the chest, wrap the hands around the feet if you can. If not, just a little bit further down the legs or the feet. Pull the belly in, draw the chest forwards. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. And then release. And then sitting in Dandasana, take a breather, or into Vinyasa, lifting up and over. Come back to the floor. So next posture we'll do is Purvattanasana, your reverse plank. So sweep the hands behind. And you can either keep the legs straight or you can bend the knees. So we can either come up to this reverse plank, okay, stretching the toes, wrapping the thighs in, or if that feels too much, bend your knees and lift up to a tabletop. Stay with your breath. Hips lifted, chest lifted, shoulders squeezing towards, shoulder blades. Come back down. And either sitting in Dandasana or take it into a Vinyasa. Take those feet behind you. Go through Chaturanga, to your up dog, to your down. Back to the floor. So we're going to take this right foot now. I'm going to draw that in towards the crease of your left hip. I'm going to take your right hand, wrap it behind, and try and bind with this left arm. Okay, or maybe to your foot. And then folding where you can, drawing the chest forwards, not stressing the knee. Breathe. Stay with that breath. And release. From here, take your hands halfway down the thighs on the floor. Sit tall, lift the chest. Take an in-breath. Fold forwards. Now lift the hips up. Drag the heels back. Extra challenge, lift the feet up. Breathe. And release. Take your left leg in. Draw that in towards the crease of your right hip. Stay with that breath. Take your left hand, wrap that round and bind with your right arm or to your foot. And where you can, you're going to try and fold forwards. Drawing that chest forwards over your front thigh. Stay with that Ujjayi breath. Listening to your body. Squared up through the hips and the shoulders. Drawing the chest down, but not stressing the knee. So, you can choose now as your release to either sit in Dandasana or to do that lift, or you could do your reverse plank. So, keeping the heat going, building that strength and endurance in the practice. Let's take your right foot to the inside now of your left thigh. And then just square up through the hips. Reach the hand down the leg of the foot. And draw the chest forward. And breathe. So keep sounding that breath in the back of your throat. And then release. And then you've got the choice of your movement with the breath or sitting and breathing. Challenge yourself on this Wednesday morning. See how the body's going. Working on the edge of your level all the time. Right leg long, left foot drawn to the inside of the right thigh. Okay. Twist round so we can stretch down through that right leg, reaching for your foot or your leg. Stay with your breath and fold. So we should be feeling that heat now. Body should be moving pretty well, hopefully. Always stick with the breath, finding your edge. Let that guide you. Deep and wide breaths into your ribs. And release. So you've got the choice of your connecting posture. Reverse plank, or seated attention, or L-sit, or into vinyasa. Okay. Let's draw this right foot up now. Right heel in to right sit bone and the palm's distance between foot and thigh. Reach the right arm inside of the right leg. Turn the palm around. Wrap that arm around your shin. And then try and reach your left hand behind and see if you can bind. Press against the shin and draw the chest forward. If you've been doing the moon sequence with me, you'll probably find that those shoulders are released a little more, a bit more range. And also the back as well, with our back bending, find more range in the front of the body. And release. Once again, take it into your connecting posture. Keep the heat going, keep the focus going. And right leg long, left heel drawn in. Draw that in towards the left sit bone, palms distance foot and thigh. Reach this left arm as far forward as you can, wrap it around. See if we can bind with the other hand. And then draw the chest forwards. Press against the shin and breathe. Keep working to get deeper into this, drawing the chest further forwards. Release. So we're all going to come to a vinyasa here, and you're going to come to downward facing dog. Okay, in your down dog, take some breath. Now, step this right foot forwards, okay, and then send the left heel away, and then drop that left knee down to the floor. And then from here, I want you to bring your right hand inside of your right foot and shuffle this right foot to the outside of the mat. Okay, take your left hand and take that off the mat a little bit further, and take the right hand and press it on the inside of this right knee, thigh, rolling that foot onto the edge of the foot. Okay, the weight going over to the left hand off the mat, breathing, holding that position. Bring the foot back to the floor, sweep the right hand behind, and open up. You can hold it there, or you could lift your back foot off the floor. You can reach for that foot, that's happening. And you could try pressing the foot away into the hand, or pulling the heel in towards you, and keep twisting round. And maybe having the palm facing away to help open the chest. So try to press that foot into the hand. If that's happening, breathe. Release. Now we're going to straighten up through your front leg. Stretch it down, toes up, heels away. And then from here, we're going to step your right foot to the left side of your mat. Place your hands down, drop down to pigeon, and stretch away with this left leg. Ball of the foot or top of the foot. Okay? If that feels okay for you, you're going to fold. And breathe. Keep that back leg active. If it all feels too much, then you can just roll over to your right a little bit, bending the left knee and bringing the left knee in. Yeah? Otherwise, active in that back leg to maintain that alignment there of the hips, the shoulders, not stressing the knee. So release from there, bring the hands up, and then push up to your down dog again. Draw your belly in, lift your hips high, step your left leg forward, okay, reach your right foot away. Breathe, drop this right knee down to the floor, shuffle the left foot out, okay. Take your right hand to the outside of the mat, place your left hand to the inside of your knee and just push that foot, push that leg away and roll onto the edge of that left foot. And so you're pressing away and the weight's over to the right, breathing. You can look up to that left side. Listen to your body. Place that foot back down, okay? Sweep the hand round, and this may be enough, okay, to hold this position. If you can kick the back foot up, do that. And if you can reach for the foot, do that. Okay? And then maybe you can push that foot into your hand, draw your chest open, keep the weight over to the right, or you're pulling your heel in. Make sure that back knee feels comfortable. Release. Now straighten up through this left leg, toes up, heels away, hands floor or leg, whatever's working for you. Chest down, open up the back of the knee. Breathe. From here, we're going to take this left foot to the outside of the right side of the mat. Dropping the left knee down. So you take your left foot as far forward as you can. Okay, depending what's going on for your knees, your hips, your ankles. Stretch the right leg away. As I say, if you don't like this, you can You can roll over to your left and bend the right knee in towards your left heel. If you can, you fold forwards. Extend that right foot away and breathe. Active in that back leg. Focus here in this pigeon posture. Open up the hips. Release. Come back into your down dog. Draw the belly in. From here, shift the weight forwards to a high plank. Come down, chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, up dog. And exhale down. And when you're ready, step or jump, feet to hands. Sit back down. Okay, so something else again. We're going to sit up. We're going to do a kind of variation of boat posture. All right, so we're sitting on sit bones and we're keeping the feet hip distance apart, knees slightly bent. So as we did before when we did our big toe and we rotated it and I did it very badly, take your left hand to the outside of this right foot and now try pressing. So the fact that we've got our hips on the floor, not so difficult, yeah? Stretching away. Remember, if you can't reach your leg, reach your foot, then find the leg, twist again, round. Now the challenge here then is to see if we can stretch this left leg out, see if you can lift it up as well. So left leg's coming up, breathe, twist. Remember, you can keep that left foot on the floor. Bend the knee and release. Okay, we'll try the other side. So, right hand to outside of a left foot, okay, to start with, and press. Or remember, you hold your leg, yeah? Right foot's on the floor. Take your left hand and twist round. Breathe. And then if we can, we try to lift this right foot off the floor with the twist as well. And breathe. Bandhas. And release. Cross those legs. And either roll over your feet or step or jump behind for vinyasa if you can. Otherwise, sitting and breathing. Okay, so we're going to start closing our practice now. Come down to the floor and hug your knees in, and then bring the heels tight in to sit bones. Tuck the toes in slightly, peel the hips up and off the floor. Okay, reach those hands. If you can, you're going to wrap around ankles. If that's not happening, interlace your fingers. Lift those hips. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Open up. If you want to go deeper, you could take hands to the hips, get more of a back bend, or hands to the side of the head. And come down and hug the knees in. So remember, you're working at your level. If you've been doing the moon sequence, again, hopefully with lots of the back bending we've been doing in that, maybe you're finding upward bow a little bit easier. Okay. Definitely more range myself. I can feel it in the shoulders, in the back. So once again, we go up. Breathe, hips lifting, inner thighs squeezing. And you're either wrapping around your ankles or interlacing fingers or hands to hips or hands side of the head. And coming down and hug those knees in. We'll do one more. If you've got it in you, heels tucking, toes slightly inverted, lift those hips up, find your range. Stay with that breath. Keep strong in the pelvis, in the hips, in the thighs. And then come back down and hug the knees in. So we're going to roll up, stretch the legs long, and fold. And take the hands down the legs of the feet. Draw the chest forwards. Long in the spine, pulling the abdominals deep, sending the tailbone away. Deep and wide breaths into your back. And release. We're going to cross those legs. Take it into vinyasa. And we're going to come to downward facing dog. Staying in your down dog. Take some breath. And we're going to drop the knees and drop the forearms and the elbows and interlace the fingers. And press those forearms closer in, so narrower than your shoulders. So we're going to be working to headstand, then we push the floor away here, and you feel that engagement into shoulder girdle, into the back. Tuck the head in, look to the feet, tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips, walk the feet up, and then you push the floor away, and you try to maintain this position. So for as many breaths as we can, otherwise you're in your headstand. Your head's pressing into the hands and lightly on the floor. We're using the strength, mobility that we've built through the practice and through working through those vinyasas, etc., to build that strength and endurance to allow you to come to your arm balance. If you're in dolphin, which is the working towards headstand, maybe you can lift one leg up. Maybe when you've had enough, come to the floor with control. Obviously switching legs if we're in dolphin. Breathe. It's all about building up the number of breaths that you can do so that you're ready to go to this arm balance and then ready to take it finally into that headstand. So we're resting now. Taking the hands to the feet, dropping the head to the floor, and breathing deep and wide into your ribs. And just resetting after your inversion. And then we're going to come to the hands at the front and then go through a vinyasa if you're up for it. Breath all the way. And then come down and cross your legs. Half lotus, full lotus, whatever's working. Maybe a block underneath or cushion underneath the hips. Sweep the hands behind and take your fingertips to your elbows. And then draw your chest down. And breathe. If it's too restrictive with the hands behind, then reach the hands out in front and stretch forwards. And then coming up, and then sit tall. So rest those arms on your legs and bring your thumb and your forefinger together. Stretch your other fingers away. Sit tall, good form, root lock, abdominal lock, chin slightly tucked. Bandhas on all the way, root and abdominal up. And then breathe. Focusing on that Ujjayi breath, which has been with us through the whole of this practice. Now stay with that Ujjayi breath, or last challenge could be hands at the side of your hips and try to push the floor away. Now try to lift the feet up, maybe try to get the hips up as well, and breathe. If you're up for it, one final vinyasa. And then lie back, take a couple of deep breaths in and out, short, sharp breaths to release that Ujjayi breath. Tuck the chin in, maybe roll the head side to side, and just allow the body to release into the floor, into your mat. Just let those feet roll out and away, palms facing up and away from the body maybe. And then just start to feel that recovery, heart rate coming down. So we've worked modified practice with a few little variables there in the normal sequence. So some extra little challenges. Now allow the body to recover and be still. So as that heart rate comes down, just stay with your breath. So you could either keep the hands out and away from the body, or you could bring them to rest on your navel. Follow the rise and fall of the navel. So we do our physical practice in preparation for Shavasana. So no tension, no thinking, just breathing. Just take a deeper breath in and out. A couple of times. Changing that breathing and bringing your awareness back round and your fingers and your toes waking up. Walking your feet up and hugging your knees in and rolling side to side. And then finally come back round. And we'll finish practice there. Namaste. All right.